All right. Welcome to the motherfucking show. This is part two. In part one, we did a bunch of music and a bunch of shit. Trying to, getting people to understand, recognize this show. But it's all good. If you don't see it now, you will see it later around this motherfucker. Don't worry about it. But we going to get on the conversation, man. And we going to talk about square bitches, rare bitches, lame bitches, and game bitches. But why they all are a necessity to the game. Okay. So first off, I'm gonna say the best bitch you could probably have is a turnout. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a blank canvas. You know what I mean? You can instill everything you want in her. You know what I mean? And you can manufacture the ism the way you need to. You know, and why it'd be better than a 304 is because a lot of them bitches really burnt out to the game. They burnt out to the ism. Then I had many different folks. Many different motherfucking conversations, many different everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of it is bullshit. You know what I mean? It is some certified snog downs that really been laced and embraced. You know what I mean? By some real game. But it's a lot of bitches just got there teaching other weirdos and clown ass niggas that don't really understand. Nothing to do with this shit. So, you know, it's a mix of both. You know what I mean? But turnout bitch would be the best bitch because she's a blank canvas. You know what I mean? She hasn't really experienced the game. She hasn't experienced the life. And a lot of them ain't really had nothing. When you could take somebody from having nothing to something. You know what I mean? That's some good shit right there. A lot of 304s, they think they know everything. They think they, you know, has mastered the game and all this so crazy shit. But what is ism? Ism is wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what game is. When you break it down. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, game is infinite. It never stops. Learning never stops. Knowledge never stops. So how could you ever, possibly think that you know everything? The moment you know everything is the moment you know nothing. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Because that means you're ready to stop learning. You don't want to learn no more. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to learn no more, how can you grow? You know what I mean? And growth is comes within every facet of life, no matter whether it's the game, no matter whether it's the simple 9 to 5, square routine, what I mean, whatever you got going on. But for me to really say that everything, you know, comes with a price. So you gotta understand the consequences. You have to understand the dynamics of everything. Uh, and that's what a lot of lying bitches don't understand. That's what a lot of square bitches don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You really want to get somewhere in life, you know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers, they spend all their life going to college, working 9 to 5s, doing all this shit, man, and still really never accomplish shit. You know what I mean? They still living, paycheck to paycheck, minimum wage, you know, just barely making it by. You know what I mean? So, a lot of them want to elevate, but they don't know how. That's where a gentleman that has that knowledge to take it to the next level comes in. You know what I mean? And square bitches are the best. You know what I mean? Because they've been taught a certain system and a way of doing things that they've been instilled in all their life. You know what I mean? So when somebody brings something to the table that's different, that's new, it's automatically interesting. You know what I mean? And that doesn't necessarily mean that they just gonna jump right on ship and just be like, okay, I'm going for this. Like, yep, I want to do this, but it plants a seed in their mind. You know what I mean? That there might be better. They might reach for better if they really reach for that. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. So, you know, rare bitches, you know, is what I call 304s. that are rare. You know what I mean? The ones you don't really find, the ones that are divine, the ones that got it together, man, and ones that understand everything about the game, respect it, loyal to it, and down for it. Um, Game bitches, you know what I mean? Same thing. They're loyal, they're solid to the game. It's almost religious with them. Lame bitches, a lot of bitches that hate on, you know what I mean, women that are in the game, but they only hate because they don't understand it. And a lot of them want to try it, you know what I'm saying? But they never really had the confidence and self esteem or the courage to, you know what I mean, try it so they can get further. So, it's a lot of different shit, you know what I mean, I could touch on, you know what I mean? But what I really just came to touch on is the difference between it all, you know what I mean? And one of the big differences, you know what I mean, is, you know, when you're dealing with a square, you know, because it's the thing, we all started as squares. Nobody just came out, you know, saying the womb with some ism. Nobody just came out the womb with some stomped down certified 304. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything was taught, everything was learned, and it was embraced, and it was taken, and it was ran with. You know what I mean? So everybody started from somewhere. So to say that square bitches are not necessary would be the biggest understatement, the stupidest thing you could possibly say. You know, because you could turn a square bitch into a rare bitch. You know, which ultimately, you know what I mean, in the long run, eventually, once she understands things, has a proper understanding, and once she gets comfortable, you know, she can really be a player's bitch, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. But it's all by choice, never by force. You gotta remember that. So you can't force anybody to do anything. All you can do is conversate and maybe persuade individuals, you know what I mean, to make a move to take a better path. You know what I mean? Where the math of the equation is really gonna add up to the numbers that's being spoken. So with that being said, I really had to do this live, because I think a lot of people got it real misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between all of it. You know what I mean? A square bitch, you know what I mean? She's gonna be more apt to take guidance, rules, structure, instructions, especially if she wants a different situation. She wants to change. So she's gonna take it too. But it's gonna be a little bit more because she's more advanced in the game. She understands more things. So it's gonna be a lot harder. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to definitely put a lot of more work in, to get somebody that's been doing and pursuing this for years and years and years and years and almost a lifetime. For somebody new, you're gonna have to put that time, that dedication into as well. But sometimes they turn out to be the best. Because it's something new that they're presenting. That they never thought of, or like I said, they maybe did think of. You know what I mean? But tend to when they didn't, and it's gonna be a new situation. It's gonna be a real eye opener. You know, so that's where I'm at with it. Everybody do their thing, whatever. Just keep it clean, keep it cool. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be all beautiful. You know, you gotta apply yourself by the rules of the game. You know,
I got a question. What type of which type of bitches are good, like are best work together? Like as far as
Um, that's a good question. It really all depends, man. On the chemistry that they have together. You know what I mean? If there is any at all. You know what I mean? Because bitches are very jealous.
yeah.
They try to one up each other all the time. Everybody's trying to be first in line. Top of the food chain. But motherfuckers gotta understand, like, you want to be on the top. Anybody, anything. You want to be on the top. It's shit that comes with that. You know what I mean? And are you prepared to deal with the shit that comes for that, or can you stand up to the shit that comes with that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody think, oh, I'm gonna be on the top. I'm gonna be on the top. I'm gonna be on the top. Yeah, everybody want to be on the top until they are on the top. You know what I mean? And then they got all these different responsibilities and bullshit. Then they wish they was on the bottom again. You know what I'm saying? But they just had to go to the top, and now they're not happy. You know what I mean? Because they're like, damn, like I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't move like this. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to change. But I mean, the best ones to get along with each other, you know what I mean, are the ones that aren't jealous, man. Jealousy is a big thing. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
trying to. Yeah, I was
You
trying
know,
to tell you that.
yeah, jealousy is a big thing. You know what I mean? Jealousy is a huge thing between women, not just 304s. You know what I mean? Jealousy is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? With women, period. So I mean, you gotta find women that are willing to work together. They're not jealous of each other. They're on the same page. They really, you know what I mean, want to start something, really want to get something going, and understand why they getting something going. You know, anybody that fucks with this shit, it can't do nothing but help you. It cannot hurt you. I mean, it can, speaking, you know what I mean, figuratively speaking, but you know what I'm saying. It can't hurt you. Anything that's elevation can only elevate you and make you grow taller, make you go to a higher level. It can't hurt you. And that's what people don't understand. A lot of people don't like to leave their comfort zone. You know what I mean? So they're happy with familiarity, meaning they're happy with what they're familiar with. You know what I mean? What's comfortable to them. And a lot of people don't ever step outside of that comfort zone. So if they don't step outside of that comfort zone, they never get anywhere because they don't know what else is out there because they're so busy worried about and they know what's right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good ass question, man. It has to be bitches that mindsets. Their mind is
Yeah,
in the right place to deal with this shit, to do that shit, or do whatever they gonna do. You know what I mean? It can be a beautiful thing when like attracts like. So when you get women that want to be together or want to move and do things together and build together,
like naturally.
yeah, just naturally. You know what I mean? Not because you're forcing them or not because you said so. Just because the simple fact that I mean you did say so, but that's what they want to do
Well, yeah,
because
they wanted to do that shit.
yeah, they understand that together they can make a lot more happen than apart.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so hard to get any woman to understand because back to what I was saying, with square women, they only want their man and that's all they want. You know what I mean? And they don't want their man with any other woman. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable because a lot of times, a lot of dudes just want multiple women so they can bullshit and be lustful and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually dealing with a situation where there's a plan behind it
Yeah,
and there's a bigger purpose for all of it, everybody's got to be on deck.
a purpose. Period.
Yeah, everybody's got to be on board though. Everybody has to be able to see the vision of that purpose. You know what I'm
That's what I said.
saying?
Yeah,
And if they can't see the vision of that purpose, they're not going to be with it because people are scared of the unknown. You know what I mean? Like I said,
yeah, that's very
comfortability is
weird.
a real problem, man, because people get comfortable. And once they get comfortable, they don't want to go anywhere else anymore. You know what I mean? So now they're shutting themselves out.
Or you don't want the uncomfortable either.
Yeah. That too. You know what I'm
That's very
saying? For sure. They definitely don't want the uncomfortable either. You know what I mean? But they say when you're comfortable, you're not growing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
When
100.
you're uncomfortable with something,
gives you a choice.
Yeah. That's when you're growing. You're growing when you're uncomfortable, not when you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize that what you're doing is temporary or it's just a stepping stone, you know what I'm saying, to get to the next level of things. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a damn good
That
question.
was a good ass question.
That
Yeah.
was. Damn people, yeah, that was a damn good question, man. For real. You know what I mean? Because it just all comes with unity. Women have to get together and stop fighting each other, man. You know, a woman can't be scared to fix another woman's crown.
Well,
It's, go ahead.
but uh, and also, you know, because nowadays people are their deep thinking
Yeah.
leads them into partner work. So what about two pimps?
Mm.
Does it work for that? Does it work that way too?
It can't work that way.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, it can't be two pimps.
I didn't think so.
Can't be two isms. That shit's not no
I
nah.
didn't think so.
There's a lot of confusion there. You know what I'm saying? Bitch don't know who the fuck she reaching it to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, that can never be that situation. You know what I mean? Unless they all had different, you know what I mean, individuals that they work with. You know what I'm saying? But the same individuals under two individuals, yeah, that there is a whole lot right there. You know what I mean? Because there's no balance, there's no structure there. You know what I mean? It's just kind of is what it is. You know, just
Yeah.
gotta play it by ear and
And
shit
that,
like that. You can't do that though. This is not the type of game or
oh
the
God,
type.
then naturally you can't have two kings and one king.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go. You cannot. You cannot. There can only be one. There can only. You cannot have two kings. You
Yeah,
said
people
it.
gotta understand that. Yeah.
People do have to understand that, and the women have to understand that too. You know, there's certain women that have been there longer than the next woman, and so they have to understand they can't just come in trying to run shit when they ain't the one that's been running it for the last years or months or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hardest thing to do, like I said, because everybody wants to be first. Everybody wants to be number one. You know, everybody wants to be first place. Nobody wants to be second, third, fourth, or fifth. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's good to take the back seat because that's how you learn. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just can't take the front seat and not all the way knowing the whole dynamic of the situation or what you're dealing with,
Exactly.
you know, because then you're not even taking the front seat at that fucking point. You're just you're in the way.
Yeah. Dead weight.
You dead, yeah, you're dead weight. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not willing to be a team player. You're not willing, you know, you think you got to be first place, first place, first place. Well, hey, it's not always good to be first at everything. You know what I mean? You know, because the first motherfucker is the one that'll get fucking
Yeah.
fucked off.
The first motherfucker be the first one seen doing some fucking fuckery shit too.
Exactly. Or it could be the first one seen doing some fuckery. You know, so yeah, it's not always good to be. Everybody thinks it's so much good to be first place. Well, I'm top this. I'm top. Okay, well that's not good though because I mean,
All eyes on you.
yeah, all eyes on you. So when shit don't go
Go
wrong,
wrong, yeah.
well, guess what? Guess who we're looking to? We're looking to the motherfucker that you know wants to be on top and wants to be first place.
100.
You know what I mean? How the fuck can you be first place and you don't even know how to be first? You don't even know what that requires to be first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't fucking do that, man. You know, yeah,
First
you,
place has to be bestowed on you.
it has
It has
you
to be acknowledged
you
by.
got to earn that. You know
It
what I
has
mean?
to
And
be
how you earn
acknowledged.
that is showing through your actions
Right.
that you know what it takes to be first place.
Exactly.
You know,
Can't be first place just because you're the only one in the situation.
there
But
you go, there you
you
go. I mean, you can speak it all motherfucking day, but if ain't no action behind your words, then what the fuck are you saying? You're not saying shit. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Yeah, you
yeah,
actually
the action show a lot.
the actions do show a lot, man. You know that's why I said, man, I don't believe so much of what I hear, but I definitely can believe what the fuck I see. You know, but even that, sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt because sometimes it may be a reason that you're seeing that. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be the
It's
reason
always a reason.
that you think. It might be a whole
Yeah,
bigger picture.
that's right there. What you just said.
The bigger picture. The bigger picture. Nobody
About,
sees
about
the bigger
the
picture.
fact that it's not always how you think it looks.
No, not at all. You know,
That was dope.
yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, a lot of motherfuckers work with feelings and everything they do, and that's a problem too. Especially in this lifestyle, that's a fucking problem, man.
One more again. Do
Mm,
not put feelings with business.
yep, exactly. You do not mix business with pleasure. You got it.
Hell the fuck to you.
You go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. I don't wanna
Okay,
take up too much of your
I
time, but that
appreciate
ism
you.
that you spitting is real.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I mean, thanks for acknowledging that shit. You know what I mean? All right, bro. Be safe out there.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna speaker. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I got you. Boom. There
Oh,
you go.
let me finish one of these.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, y'all, you know what I mean? He just asked a very, very good question, man. You know what I mean? So my partner came through for a minute, sit in and listen to this shit, you know what I mean? And he had some questions, man, you know, and I had motherfucking answers for him. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I was saying, so square bitches, rare bitches, lame bitches, gang bitches. You know what I mean? Squares are needed. You know what I mean? They're needed. They're needed. They're needed. They're needed. Because a hoe is born every day. You know what I mean? Look, squares are needed. Everybody wants to get to the top. An individual that has knowledge of this game, that has knowledge of this lifestyle, can help somebody get to the top. But the person has to want to put the dedication, the ambition, and the drive in to do this, you know? And this is not easy. It's not easy. It's not something that is um, that you could take with a grain of salt. There's a lot of rules, regulations. There's a lot of ways you can conduct yourself. You shouldn't conduct yourself, you know, because you not only making yourself look bad, you're also making the whole faculty look bad. You know, it's like Gorgeous Dre said, man. A lot of this is, you know, have-nots trying to have something. You know, the have-nots are trying to have something, and everybody's on the same page. You know, it's just another stepping stone to what we call success. You know, and it's unconventional. That's the problem. The game is an unconventional way, you know what I mean, to get to where you're going. Because it's not written in the books, it's not really written in the rules. It's not something that we speak upon every day, you know what I mean, unless you are in the life, you know. So, man, that was a great question. Uh, there's a lot of shit going on, a lot of fuckery, a lot of bullshit, you know what I mean, in this game. You know, now the good thing about a Stomp Down 304, she's gonna want some real ism. So if you're some real ism, she's gonna be attracted to that. You know what I mean? Um, she's gonna naturally vibrate towards that because that's what she wants, and it's so hard to get for a lot of women. You know, I mean, it's all about results. They got to see results. You know what I mean? You know, these rare bitches, man, are a necessity, and a lot of them are ladies that have not, you know, experienced the ism, have not experienced the knowledge behind, or may know a little something but don't fully understand it. So they look at it, they look over it, they look down on it, you know. But it's just like a hustler. It's just like anybody doing anything, you know. It's really just another way to eat, you know. I don't really condone a lot of the shit that's going on these days with this gang. You know, uh, man, I sit here and I think of everything that be wrong with this shit and try to break it down and piece it together. You know, but yeah, you know, for now, that's really all that I got. But a structure and a plan, I mean, you can't fail. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. But if you got structure, it's really hard to tell anything. Um, that makes sense. So, Too.
You know you can't be falling asleep without me.
Huh?
You know you can't be falling asleep
No,
without me.
what are you talking about? I'm recording, nobody's in here.
He's not?
No,
That's right, you hear him.
you didn't know.
He took my torch, my brand new fucking torch.
You did he?
Yeah, he did, dude.
I didn't know you had it, too.
Yeah, you don't pay attention to shit like that.
Yeah, he been gone.
Yeah, I don't give a my back when you sit there fucking doing nothing, knowing that I don't have it.
Okay, I gotta end this. You talking about black and shit.
Yeah, sure is.